The year was 1947, in Qumran, near the Dead Sea. A young Bedouin shepherd named Muhammad ed-Dib tossed a rock into a cave hoping to scare out a lost goat. Instead of a bleat, he heard the shattering of clay. Intrigued, ed-Dib and his companion ventured into the cave. They stumbled upon a collection of ancient scrolls, carefully stored in clay jars. These scrolls, later known as the Dead Sea Scrolls, revolutionized our understanding of history and religion. Written primarily in Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek, they dated back over 2 millennia. The discovery attracted scholars, archaeologists, and theologians. Nearly 900 manuscripts became a subject of intense study and debate. They provided invaluable insights into Judaism and early Christianity. This was one of the most significant archaeological discoveries of the 20th century. The Dead Sea Scrolls are a treasure trove of ancient texts, encompassing a wide range of genres and subjects. Among the most significant are copies of biblical texts, including the oldest known complete manuscript of the Book of Isaiah. Beyond biblical texts, the scrolls also include commentaries on scripture, liturgical texts, and legal documents. They offer a glimpse into the religious practices, beliefs, and social structures of the community that produced them. Dating back to the 3rd century BCE to the 1st century CE, the scrolls predate the earliest known copies of the Hebrew Bible by nearly 1,000 years. This makes them an invaluable resource for understanding the development of biblical texts and the evolution of Jewish thought. Despite their varied state of preservation, scholars have made remarkable progress in deciphering and interpreting the scrolls' contents. The scrolls' apocalyptic writings reflect the turbulent political and religious climate of their time. The discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls raised questions about the site's inhabitants and their connection to the texts. Scholars believe that the scrolls were likely produced and hidden by a Jewish sect known as the Essenes. The Essenes were known for their strict adherence to Jewish law, communal lifestyle, and belief in an imminent apocalypse. The Qumran community, with its ritual baths, communal dining hall, and scriptorium, bears striking resemblance to descriptions of Essene communities found in ancient texts. The scrolls themselves offer clues about the beliefs and practices of the Qumran community. They describe a community that valued purity, ritual observance, and separation from the corrupting influences of the surrounding world. The community's worldview was deeply apocalyptic, emphasizing the imminent arrival of a Messiah and a final battle between good and evil. While the precise relationship between the Qumran community and the Essenes remains debated, the evidence strongly suggests a connection. The Dead Sea Scrolls are a literary tapestry woven from diverse threads of ancient Jewish thought. The scrolls' contents can be broadly categorized into 3 main groups: biblical texts, sectarian writings, and extra-biblical texts. The biblical texts, comprising about 40% of the scrolls, are the oldest known manuscripts of the Hebrew Bible. They include fragments from every book of the Hebrew Bible except for the book of Esther. The sectarian writings, about 30% of the scrolls, provide a window into the beliefs and practices of the Qumran community. These texts include rules of conduct, liturgical texts, and commentaries on scripture. The remaining 30% consist of extra-biblical texts, including apocryphal works, pseudepigrapha, and other writings. These texts reflect a wide range of Jewish beliefs and traditions, providing a broader context for understanding the Dead Sea Scrolls and their significance. The discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls sent shockwaves through the world of biblical scholarship. The scrolls' biblical texts, predating previously known manuscripts by centuries, provided invaluable insights into the transmission and preservation of the Hebrew Bible. The scrolls demonstrated that the Hebrew Bible had been remarkably well preserved over the centuries. While some minor textual variations exist, the scrolls confirmed the overall accuracy and reliability of the Masoretic text, the standard Hebrew text of the Bible. This finding had profound implications for our understanding of the Bible's history and authority. The scrolls also shed light on the process of biblical interpretation in ancient Judaism. The sectarian commentaries found among the scrolls demonstrate how the Qumran community interpreted and applied scripture to their own lives and beliefs. The Dead Sea Scrolls revolutionized the field of biblical studies, providing a tangible link to the world of Second Temple Judaism. The Dead Sea Scrolls are more than just ancient copies of biblical texts. They offer an unprecedented glimpse into the beliefs and practices of the Qumran community. The scrolls' sectarian writings provide a unique window into a distinct form of Judaism. The community was deeply concerned with ritual purity and strict observance of Jewish law. They believed in a dualistic worldview, pitting good against evil, light against darkness. Their writings reflect an apocalyptic mindset, anticipating a final battle. The discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls raises intriguing questions about their origins and their ultimate fate. Scholars believe that the scrolls were hidden in the caves around 68 CE, during the Jewish revolt against Rome. The Qumran community, facing the advancing Roman army, likely hid their precious scrolls in the caves for safekeeping, hoping to return for them when the danger had passed. The scrolls' meticulous concealment, carefully placed in jars and sealed for protection, suggests a deliberate act of preservation. However, the community that hid the scrolls never returned. The Roman destruction of Jerusalem in 70 CE, followed by the suppression of the Jewish revolt, likely scattered or destroyed the Qumran community. The scrolls, once cherished possessions of a thriving community, lay forgotten for nearly 2 millennia. Their rediscovery is a testament to the vagaries of history and the enduring power of these ancient texts. The Dead Sea Scrolls, fragile remnants of a bygone era, have survived for centuries in the arid climate of the Judean desert. However, their rediscovery in the mid-20th century presented new challenges for preservation and study. The scrolls, written on parchment and papyrus, were brittle and fragmented. Preserving these ancient texts for future generations required the development of innovative conservation techniques. Scientists and conservators developed specialized techniques to clean, stabilize, and preserve the scrolls. Multispectral imaging, a technique that uses different wavelengths of light, allowed scholars to decipher faded ink and reveal hidden details on the scrolls. Infrared photography helped to visualize text obscured by dirt or damage. These non-invasive techniques revolutionized the study of the Dead Sea Scrolls, unlocking secrets hidden for centuries. The Dead Sea Scrolls did not emerge from the caves as complete, intact manuscripts. Many of the scrolls were fragmented, broken into thousands of pieces scattered among the 11 caves where they were found. Reconstructing these fragmented texts has been a monumental task, requiring the expertise of archaeologists, epigraphers, and puzzle solvers alike. The process of scroll reconstruction begins with painstakingly piecing together fragments based on their physical characteristics such as handwriting, ink type, and parchment texture. Scholars then use linguistic analysis, comparing language, vocabulary, and writing style, to identify fragments that belong together. The advent of computer technology revolutionized the field of scroll reconstruction. Digital imaging and software programs allowed scholars to virtually manipulate fragments, compare them side by side, and test different reconstruction hypotheses. Each reconstructed fragment brings us closer to completing the puzzle and unlocking the secrets of the Dead Sea Scrolls. The Dead Sea Scrolls, since their discovery in 1947, have captivated the imaginations of scholars and the public alike. They have sparked countless books, documentaries, and academic debates, cementing their place as one of the most significant archaeological discoveries of all time. The scrolls continue to be a source of intense study and debate. Scholars are still grappling with questions about the scrolls' authorship, the beliefs and practices of the Qumran community, and the scrolls' relationship to the development of Judaism and Christianity. The scrolls' impact extends beyond the realm of academia. They have captured the public imagination, inspiring exhibitions, museum displays, and popular interest in the ancient world. The Dead Sea Scrolls, once hidden away in the caves of Qumran, are now accessible to a global audience. High-resolution images, translations, and scholarly interpretations are readily available online and in print, democratizing access to these ancient texts. The Dead Sea Scrolls, despite decades of intensive study, remain shrouded in mystery. While scholars have made remarkable progress in deciphering, translating, and interpreting the scrolls, many questions remain unanswered. The precise relationship between the Qumran community and the Essenes is still a subject of debate. The identity of the Teacher of Righteousness, a central figure in the scrolls' sectarian writings, remains elusive, and the full extent of the scrolls' influence on the development of Judaism and Christianity is still being explored. The Dead Sea Scrolls, like all great mysteries, continue to intrigue and challenge us. They remind us of the vastness of history, the enduring power of faith, and the importance of preserving our collective cultural heritage. As new technologies emerge and new discoveries come to light, we can expect even more insights and revelations from these ancient texts.